Welcome into our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week Coaches Conversation, as we are joined now with Frankfort boys basketball head coach Adam Schreiner. Coach, your team is coming off a 46-37 loss on Tuesday, looking for a bounce-back win tonight. What happened in that second matchup versus Centralia, and what were they able to do to stop your 5-game winning streak?
Well, they played really good defense, and we had a hard time kind of putting the ball in the hole and finding a flow offensively, and that's a credit to them. And then they just continually kind of beat us up there on the rebounds, and we got to find a way to match that energy and effort that they brought. So we'll continue to work for that.
Now, coming into tonight's contest, your team was the 4th seed in that Centralia sub-state. That'll start next week. No coach ever likes to take a loss, but after that game on Tuesday, do you feel like that was a game that shows the boys this is the level we need to play at in order to hopefully make a run at a state title?
Yeah, we had kind of talked about that going into the game as far as their physicality and toughness and what you'll see in the postseason and whatnot. So in the guys' ears, trying to get them to understand that these games at this time of year are all going to be just a little more aggressive, so to say, and we got to match that intensity. And up to that point, I thought we had done a pretty good job, but we took one on the chin on Tuesday.
Now, we've been able to chat a handful of times throughout the season. For those of you that don't catch every one of our conversations, defense is a key for your team, but going into hopefully a successful postseason run, do you feel like offensive consistency is a key for your team to go far?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to be consistent offensively, no doubt about it. We know we're going to have to score some, but ultimately, defense and rebound are going to be crucial to us and what we want to accomplish. So, we'll need to knock down some timely shots, but we got to make sure we're keeping people in front of us and try to limit teams to one shot. And if we can do that, I think we can put ourselves in a pretty good position in most games.
And going into tonight's contest, your team already has one win over Valley Heights back on the 16th of January. That was a 71-32 advantage. What does your team have to do to replicate that result in tonight's game?
Yeah, they were dealing with some injuries, so I'm not sure necessarily that score indicates what kind of team they are and what they can be. So we know we're going to have to come out from the tip, and they're going to be, a tough physical team that tries to move the ball around and get looks inside with their post. And, we're going to have to make sure that we communicate defensively, talk about pick and rolls and switches and whatnot to keep people in front of us. And then, again, that was one of those games that we really did. The ball moved well offensively, and we knocked down some shots. And, that was a fun game for us. We want to make sure that we can go out and, share the basketball, play good D, and see what happens.
Again, talking with head coach of the Frankfort boys basketball team, Adam Schreiner. Don't go anywhere, though, as our conversation with Mustangs head basketball coach Kenny Steinford is up after the break.
Warm up with preseason savings on New Holland utility tractors from Can Equip. Get 0% deals or cash back offers on PowerStar, T5, Workmaster Utility, and T6 models. These powerful, comfortable tractors deliver from 40 to 126 PTO horsepower. Warm up with preseason savings now at Can Equip in Marysville. Offers end March 31st.
For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Make every job easier with one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. For any project inside or out, if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer, get the tools you need, including Milwaukee, DeWalt, Stanley, and more. Battery-operated tools offer the convenience and mobility with the power to get the job done quickly every time. Stocked with all the blades, bits, and accessories for your convenience as well. Check out the power tools selection today and get the work started on your schedule with Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Hi there, Chad Kramer here from Kramer Oil. Fuel costs for 2025 might be the last thing on your mind, but now's the perfect time to lock them in. As a family business, we take pride in delivering quality service you can count on. We've been here for you and will keep fueling your future. That's why we're offering a chance to secure your fuel rates for 2025. Don't wait. Call us at 785-562-2466 to book your fuel needs. Kramer Oil, fueling your future with confidence and a handshake you can trust.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back into our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week coaches conversation as we sit down now with Valley Heights boys basketball head coach Kenny Steinfort. Coach, the win-loss total hasn't been in your favor this year, now 3-13 on the season. But how important is it to stay competing against teams here late in the year going into sub-state?
Well, I think it's very important. I think, early on we were not competing. We were, we dealt with a lot of injuries and stuff like that, but we weren't even in ball games, and now we're starting to actually be in some ball games here since the TVL tournament, and giving ourselves an opportunity to win. We did not come away with anything here this week with any wins, but we did at least compete, and we're in ball games, and that's what I ask the kids each and every night is to go out and compete and see what happens. And we just came up on the short end of the stick the last couple nights this last week.
Now, you made a comment about injuries there early in that. Of course, Max Shank's now out for the season with a wrist injury. Everyone's dealing with illness, though, this time of year. So how has your team handled that here during this kind of sickness spell of the season?
Well, yeah, each game here we've had somebody that's been out sick, but it's only been one kid at least. It's not a big group of kids or anything like that. But Max out for the year, and I don't believe he'll be back. There could be a chance at the very end that he might get cleared, but he's out. And Logan Gray has just started to come back here. He's played about 3 games since an ankle injury, so we're starting to get kids healthy injury wise. Hopefully sickness wise. We were out a couple at practice yesterday, and and I think they're in school today. So hopefully sickness wise, we're kind of getting around that. And going to be in good shape there.
And last time you faced off against Frankfort, it was a lopsided victory for the Wildcats. How do you turn that around tonight and hopefully come out on the winning side?
Well, Frankfort's a very, very good basketball team, and, Coach Schreiner does a great job with them, and they are very physical. The first time we played them, they shot lights out, and on their home court, I'm hoping that they don't shoot as well as they did that night. But, they're a good team, but I believe that if we come out, we compete, and and we can get the ball to go in the hole ourselves, and it's going to be on our home court, that we have a good opportunity against them. But yeah, we got beat pretty bad the last time, so hopefully we can close that gap and make it a very competitive ball game.
Again, talking with Valley Heights Mustangs boys basketball head coach Kenny Steinfort. Don't go anywhere as we're back to the home of the Mustangs next for boys action on KNDY.
And we are back here for boys action. It's a good one coming up, and it's county rivals Frankfort and Valley Heights about ready to get squared off. Valley Heights 3-14 on the season, scoring 43 points per game, allowing 55. They're losers of their last 6, including last night versus Clifton Clyde, 51-35. Frankfort 13-5, 9-3 on the league season, scoring 54 points per game while only allowing 44. Frankfort coming off a loss versus Centralia, 46-37 on Tuesday night. Starting lineups now for you first for the Wildcats. Very similar to all season for head coach Adam Schreiner. Out front will be Wes Anderson, the 5'11 junior guard, Ty Smith, the 6-foot senior guard, and Lane Loizo, the 6'2 senior forward. Down low, Carter Olson, the 6'1 senior power forward, and Fred Rosequist, the 6'2 junior center, will round it out for the Wildcats. Again, Anderson, Smith, Loizo, Olson, and Rosequist for the Frankfort boys under second-year head coach Adam Schreiner are 13-5. For the Valley Heights Mustangs, kind of a senior night sort of going. One more home game for Valley Heights. We're going to go ahead and honor the seniors this evening. Out front, it will be Aina Unruh, the 5'8 sophomore guard, getting the start along with number 15, number 21, Jane DeWalt, the 5'8 junior guard. Down low, Roy Sackstrom, the 6'3 senior forward, makes this Valley Heights Mustangs engine run. Down low tonight, it'll be Garrett Greisen, the 5'10 junior, and Logan Gray, the 6'1 senior. Greisen, a senior. As the Valley Heights Mustangs will go Aiden Unruh, Jaden Dewalt, Royce Ekstrom, Garrett Greisen, along with Logan Gray. We're getting ready for boys action here next as we're going to have a special guest get ready for us in this first quarter. We're going to take 1 30-second timeout. We'll be back here in just a second. We'll actually get going and introduce our special guest here at quarter break. Does that sound like a plan? Very good, very good. Yes, we're going to have the one and only Ann Turber join us here for the boys game. In the jump circle, it will be Ekstrom. It will be Loizo. Valley Heights in their home rights with Mustangs across the chest, purple numbers front and back. Frankfort Road Reds with gray Wildcats on the front, numbers chest and back. First tip is won by Frankfort, left to right here as we work it. Man-to-man defense by the Mustangs. Wes Anderson, deep three. Well, not on that one. Defensive board pulled down the Valley Heights. Of course, Wes Anderson leads this Frankfort scoring at over 12 a game on the year. 2 double-digit scorers in Anderson and Loizo so far here on the season. Again, this is a rematch of a contest like the girls happened back on January 16th. It was a runaway victory, 71-32 for Frankfort in that one. Here they force a Valley Heights turnover, and back come the Wildcats. In Valley Heights now on the season 3-4. No offense, there's some defense that'll show you why. Lane Loizo wide open down low underneath the basket. Could have thrown that one in from the ocean if he needed to. First buckets will go to Frankfort. 2-0 early score. Again, we'll be joined by Ann Turber, Valley Heights senior, here in just a little bit during the second quarter. And like we mentioned in the girls' game, interested in getting into radio broadcasting. So texted me the other day and said, hey, would you be interested? You've also heard Ann on some Valley Heights Coaches Corner programs here the last couple of weeks, talking with head coach Jordan Brockstrom. So always like to involve some interested youth in what we're able to do, bringing such great basketball coverage to northeast and north central Kansas. Here's a turnover. Logan Gray going to find Royce Ekstrom. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for head coach Kenny Steinford and his squad. And we mentioned it, Valley Heights' first win came back on January 14th. It was a game that I was here at, a 60-51 win over Washington. And Valley Heights ended consolation games of the Twin Valley League tournament very well. They lost in first-round action versus Lynn 42-35, but then picked up a win versus Onega and Washington to end it. Back screen set up perfectly as Loizo lays in his second bucket in as many attempts. Ty Smith found Loizo on the beautiful screen-to-screen action. Mentioned it a little bit in the girls, this Frankfort boys team, again, fighting for position in their sub-state. It's a loaded Centralia sub-state for the boys. Teams like Lincoln, Burlingame, and Bishop Seabury, all above Twin Valley League teams. Those are your top 3. But then it's Clifton Clyde and Frankfort. They're 4 and 5. 3 ball taken by Royce Ekstrom is off the far side of the rim. Carter Olson, big rebound, leads to a Ty Smith 3. That's off the mark, but off of the hands of Jane Dewalt, and it'll stay here with Frankfort. It's a very athletic and defensive-minded Frankfort team. Talking to head coach Adam Schreiner, if you made that comment in our pregame, consistency has been the biggest thing for his Wildcats as Loizo feeds Wes Anderson for an easy bucket. But consistency for Frankfort has been or will be the key moving forward. Frankfort in their losses to by only 9 points. The average margin of loss for Frankfort in their 5 falls this year. But they've been against solid teams, too, as well. Every team is over 500. Every team with double-digit wins, too, for the teams that Frankfort faced so far this season. Foul will be committed by Ty Smith of the Wildcats. That's his first personal. It will give an opportunity now to Jane Dewalt to knock down some free throws. His first opportunities here from the stripe. Second one getting ready for Dewalt. That one's good to go. Jane almost as good as the girls. Girls, if you're just joining us, went 13 for 14 from the free throw strike. Jane starts this one off, going 2 for 2. 6-2 is our early first quarter score. 5 minutes left to play first quarter action. A deep three from Wes Anderson drops down for his first triple of the night. Wes Anderson, an all-Twin Valley League tournament player from the Twin Valley League tournament a couple weeks ago, knocks down a big triple. At the other end, Royce Ekstrom having trouble early on as he can't get the bunny to drop down. Here comes the other way. Fred Rosequist down low, pounding against Ekstrom. Ekstrom blocks the shot from Rosequist. Mustangs now off and running, looking to get some easy points. Again, a Valley Heights team that has trouble scoring. Actually, not a whole lot of trouble scoring as Dewalt fires up a missed shot. Valley Heights averages 43 points per game, but it's just been a year where the rest of the Twin Valley League is so good. Valley Heights has just found the short end of the stick on a lot of these games. Inside, Jane Dewalt will go screaming into the paint. Foul will be called, though, on Wes Anderson on the trip. We're going to see our first sub of the night. Won't see many of those this evening as Porter Colvin will check in, the 5'10 junior. He will check out Ty Smith. Mustangs, a short bench. You had mentioned Logan Gray back here the last couple weeks. They're also without Max Shanks for the season. Turnover Mustangs as it was too high for Royce Ekstrom. Had a good spot there, but just couldn't find the mark on the pass. 5-point advantage for Frankfort. First quarter action. Wildcats around the horn. Beautiful high-low action from Lane Loizo to Fred Rosequist, working against this Valley Heights zone. Frankfort has only missed 2 shots now from the floor in this first quarter. Back the other way, Dewalt, a lot of ball up top, but a lot of contact down below. Jane Dewalt, uber aggressive here in this first quarter. 2 more free throws upcoming for Jaden Dewalt. Give me a chance to remind you that coming up after the boys contest, stay tuned to KNDY for the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show, brought to you for twice each hour by Bryce Leonard of Washington and Patrick Moody of Marysville, your local Farm Bureau agents. We'll take a look at scores and stats from actions all around the state on the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show. Second one drops down for Dewalt. He's 3 for 4 from the stripe. All 3 points for the Mustangs early on as they lead 11-3. 3:40 left to play first quarter action. Too easy for Frankfort as Carter Olson got right to the rim. Good recognition from Porter Colvin to toss it in there on the assist, and head coach Kenny Steinfort wants an early timeout. We'll take it with them. 10-point advantage for Frankfort. We're back after this.
At Sunflower Community Credit Union, we're proud to give back to our community through initiatives like Debit for a Difference, a program that provides local educators with grants for their classrooms, which helps them make a difference in our schools. Along with Save at School, an innovative way for students to learn the value of saving money. Kids can open their very own savings account, making financial education fun and accessible. Join Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville and become part of a financial family committed to your success and the success of our community.
Max Blasky back with you here from Valley Heights High School. We'll be joined with Ann Turber here in a little bit. Valley Heights senior, a little interest in radio broadcasts, we think, asked to set in on the broadcast. Or I think I kind of asked her to set in on the broadcast. Gets a little lonely up here at the top. So Ann will give us the first-hand encounters of that post-game conversation with Jordan Brocksterman, as well as maybe a little color here on the boys' contest. It's been all Frankfort early on. 13-5 is the score. Wildcats with 4, 5, 6 baskets from the floor, probably at least 4 assists already on those 6. Mustangs here, good offensively, working the ball around. Garrick Rising gets inside, kicks it out. Royce Ekstrom through the lane, somehow contorts his body and drops it in for Royce's first bucket in 2 attempts. In Valley Heights looking to end a losing streak that has spanned 6 games. Frankfort looking to bounce back after a loss Tuesday versus Centralia. There's a scrum for it, about half court. Jump ball will end up being the call from the official. We'll go back now over to Valley Heights. If you're just joining us, Valley Heights girls picked up a big win over Frankfort, 54-29. It was the defense for the Mustangs that held Frankfort to single digits in the first 3 quarters on the way to a second straight win over Frankfort. Royce Ekstrom back-to-back buckets now on the running attempt down the middle of the lane. 4-0 run for the Mustangs. Colvin attacks baseline, kicks it out. Now Anderson inside the paint, 2 feet in, kicks out. Colvin a three. No, off the front of the rim, no good. Royce pulls down the defensive board. Here come the Mustangs working right to left as we see it. Trying to get it inside. It's Frankfort here early on. Here goes Ekstrom on a 4-0 scoring run. Step backs now, kicks it out. Risen will get us set up. 5 out set now for head coach Kenny Steinford and his Mustangs. Jane DeWalt in front of a solid student section here by Valley Heights tonight. Had the 6th grade band doing the national anthem before the game. Always good to see that. First one off the bench for head coach Kenny Steinford and his Mustangs will be Wyatt Dummermuth, the 5'9" freshman guard, getting some action here early in this first quarter. Dummermuth out there with Gray, Ekstrom, DeWalt, and Risen. It's Colvin, Olson, Loizo, Anderson, and Smith. No big out there for Frankfort. Don't see Chase Stahlbaumer on the bench either, so head coach Adam Schreiner might be without him tonight. Chase, the big 6'8" senior down low, caused problems with his size and his height. So far, though, it's been the passing ability of Frankfort. Offensive consistency very smooth here in this first quarter as it's 13-7. 2-3 defense. Switch up now for the Mustangs. 5 out set for Frankfort. We saw a back screen come in. Loiza sitting in that left corner. Let's watch for it here. Right side, Ty Smith. Elevator screen top for Anderson. 60 seconds on the clock. Smith, right wing, drives baseline, shot from 12 foot out. Good-looking shot, but off. No good there from Ty. Smith will be a big portion of this Frankfort offense if they want to make a run at state. 3 ball the other side. DeWalt miss. Anderson pulls down the board. Quickly the other way, Smith left corner. Loizo left post. Bounce pass, Olson. Olson steps through the lane. Blocked by Royce Ekstrom. His second here defensively, but it'll stay with Frankfort. Olson will inbound, flat 4 across the baseline for the Wildcats. Screen inside, Loizo right block, kicks it to Colvin. Now swing pass left wing. Anderson already with 1-3, Dudley from the out. Valley Heights will hold on to him deep. Gets inside Colvin, kicks out Smith. Now here's Anderson straight on. A second one, no, off the front of the rim, no good. Board pulled down Valley Heights. Anderson, over 800 points scored in his career. We'll be expecting big things from the senior next year, but I know the Wildcats looking for a big run this season. Final 10 seconds of this first quarter. Play will get set up. DeWalt screen from Ekstrom, top of the key, kicks it right side. Risen fakes on a 3. Now a little floater, no. Turnover, a walk on Valley Heights. Shot will not get up. Last one now coming for the Wildcats. 2 seconds on the clock. 13-7 is our score. We'll see if we get a half-court shot like we saw in the girls. Olson inbounds, 2-half to Loizo. Anderson, right wing, 3. Oh, not that one. It looked good, but it'll go off the rim. It's all Wildcats, though, in the first quarter. 13-7. We'll be back after this.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of your investments. I'm Liz Warren, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can be your financial coach. We get to know you first, then figure out how to help you work towards your goals. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. Call 785-562 5533 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Max Blasky back with you here from Valley Heights High School, joined now with Ann Turber, senior for the Mustangs. Ann, say hi.
Excited to be here with you tonight, Max. Hello, everyone. Hello.
KNDY.
Here in this broadcast.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Well, we were just getting introductions done, and technology decides to give a little faux pas to that one. So again, joined now with Ann Turber, senior here for the Valley Heights Mustangs. She's going to help me here in the second half of the boys contest. 15-9 here early on as Extra misses a shot inside. So I guess first question for you, Ann, what made you kind of want to get a little bit involved with some radio stuff?
You know, I've seen a lot of inspiring older women ahead of me that have gone into this field, and I have been diving into the media department at our school with our new class, video productions. I love interviewing different coaches, different people. It's really interested me. So I think, just watching other people do it and just kind of diving into the field at my own school.
I know you've done some stuff with us before, did some interviews here at Valley Heights. If you recognize the voice, and did the last couple of coaches' conversations for me. You can check those out at KNDYradio.com underneath the podcast tab as Logan Gray drops down a bucket and an and one opportunity now for Logan. I think, Ann, though, I remember Coach Brockstrom came to me last year when Sports in Kansas came here. That's really when your interest peaked, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And I actually talked to him, and I said, what are some ways to get farther in this degree or this career and just get more experience? And he said, go to your local radio station, reach out, get opportunities, and that's exactly what I did. And I'm so glad that I did that because it's really opened up a lot of things for me.
Well, I'm so glad, like you said, you reached out to as well. I hopefully given you some experience and, allowed me to do some other things that work. Inside, Fred Rosequist continues to work on the offensive board. Going to get the first one to go down, but we'll get the second and one opportunity now as a foul will be put up against Wyatt Dummermuth, the first on the freshman, as it's 17-11 here, second quarter action. So what other things you mentioned, the YouTube there? You're involved with that quite a bit here at Valley Heights, aren't you, Ann?
Yes, I am.
Where can people go and check out what your video production class has been doing?
So it's really easy to find. You can go to the Valley Heights Facebook page, and every week we post the link on there. Jaden DeWalt going in. He makes the layup. Good for two. You can find it on the Valley Heights Facebook page, the link. And you can also go to YouTube and just look up Valley Heights Video Production, and you can watch the news broadcast we produce every week.
She's already getting pretty good at segues there. In the middle of his story, yes, Jane DeWalt with the steal in the bucket. On the other end, Lane LaWise, an off-balance three ball will be an air ball for Lane. Don't blink now, but all of a sudden it's a 4-point game here. Mustangs with the ball. DeWalt, again, a lot of contact. It's going to go off of Frankfort and stay with Valley Heights. So I mentioned it, Ann. I got to ask, you guys just get the nice win over Frankfort, second win over the Wildcats this season. How do you feel the team played in that 54-29 victory?
I think we just came out from the start focused, and we were motivated. We knew we beat them by a lot the first time, but we didn't want the confidence from that game to slow us down this game or make us play relaxed. So we just came out full speed, and we did our best, and I was proud of the way we played.
We'll talk a little bit more about your season when we come back from this time out. 17-13 our score, Frankfort in the league. We're back in 60 seconds.
With a history of success and a commitment to innovation, DeKalb Asgrow brands deliver consistent yield results that farmers can count on season after season. Parker Seed of Waterville can make sure your new crop year starts with the best seeds that have the proven performance for better yield potential. Let them provide the right seed for your environmental conditions to produce the most bushels per acre in your fields. Call Todd at Parker Seed at Waterville, 785-562-6687.
Wanklin Oil is proud to serve the community with propane, gas, and diesel fuel right to your home or farm. Family owned and operated, they'll deliver your fuel with an old-fashioned personal touch. Their dependable quality service at the lowest price available makes them a leader in the field. In addition to propane and diesel, they also offer tank repair, sales, and service. For your fuel and heating needs, Wanklin Oil is just a call away. 800-794-2019. They have the energy since 1926.
Max Pulaski back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5 and Turber Senior here at Valley Heights, joining me in this second quarter. We're just talking about the season. We'll get into that here in a little bit, Ann. But this game got interesting. It was all Frankfort in the first quarter, 13-7. But since then, Valley Heights has really stepped it up defensively. All of a sudden now it's 17-13. Valley Heights. What are you seeing from the Valley Heights boys in particular that's really helping them here this last couple minutes?
You know, tonight we're seeing a lot of young faces that we haven't seen all year, one of them being Wyatt Dummermuth and Aiden Under, and I think they're doing a really good job on doing the little things like boarding balls, playing really good lockdown defense, and just helping the team out whatever they can.
Here's an opportunity from Lane Malwizo on a third offensive rebound. He can't get that one to go down. Run out Mustangs. Ekstrom will be fouled, and 2 shots now coming for Royce Ekstrom. Yeah, I know you're here with most of these players during and throughout the season. It's kind of been a rough go with some injuries for the Mustangs, but I still think a team that if they can catch the right pairings coming up in sub-state, I still think Valley Heights has an opportunity to pick up a win or two coming up here in the postseason.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Royce Ekstrom now at the free throw stripe, knocks down the first one, making it a 3-point game. Second one here for Royce. That's off the rim, no good. It'll stay a 3-point advantage. 17-14 is our score. 4 minutes here before halftime. Coming up at half, we'll take a look at other girls' scores elsewhere around the state as those sub-state brackets do start to shape out. Good inside-out action here from Frankfort. Better defense for Valley Heights to close and regroup. Against the 2-3 defense, Carter Olson fires up a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Board pulled down Valley Heights, and now Mustangs will slow it down. Frankfort's so hot in that first quarter. They were 6 for 12 from the floor. They've only hit 1 shot so far now in the second as a Frankfort offense that scores 54 points per game. Has really slowed to a crawl in the second quarter. Left wing, Jaden DeWalt looking inside. Now we'll kick it. Logan Gray attacks downhill right to the rim. No, but offensive board Royce Ekstrom somehow puts it up and down. Royce Ekstrom now with 5 points in this quarter, 9 to leave all scores. It is a 1-point lead for Frankfort. 17-16 and 2:55 to play. Inside-out action, right side, Porter Colvin looks to dive. Swing pass. Olsen, who just missed that on the 3, thinks better of it. Now Anderson fires a 3. That's money. Les Anderson, his second triple for the smooth shooting junior. Finally seeing Frankfort offense come alive here after that missed shot. Let's see if make shot. Let's see if Valley Heights has back an answer. Left side, Logan Gray blitz a screen from Ekstrom, kicks it, under right corner. Now top side Ekstrom. He's been the offense for Valley Heights. Oh, in pass, bad pass, taken away by Porter Colvin. Frankfort off and running. Final 2:07 left to play. Fred Rosequist baseline. Anderson, a second one. No, not that one. Board pulled down by Garrett Greisen. 4-point advantage for Frankfort. Valley Heights quiet here the last couple times offensively, looking for a score to cut this deficit back down to 2. Again, last time these two teams met, it was a one-sided affair. Frankfort over Valley Heights and an and one for Jaden DeWalt.
DeWalt has done a great job this year at really driving. He is coming off a football season, he's a very strong player, and he uses that to the best of his ability by driving and taking those contested shots.
And do all the scene do can allow head coach Kenny Steinford a little experience out there. Can't finish off the old-fashioned three-point play. But, yes, just tough to the rim and taking it right into the teeth of this Frankfort defense. Again, Frankfort coming off a loss, 46-37 versus Centralia on Tuesday night. Wildcats are looking at a matchup at Axel coming up next Tuesday, so you have to wonder maybe the Wildcats didn't look past the Valley Heights Mustangs here in this one. Inside, Fred Rosequist works his way up and down for his third bucket in 4 attempts. 6 points now for Fred as we go into the final 107 of this second quarter. Coming up at half, again, we'll chat a little bit more with Ann Turber as well as looking at scores elsewhere around the league. Sub-states starting to shake out too as well. Turnover, Valley Heights will give it back to Frankfort. All right, final 60 seconds here, Ann. What's your play call, Coach?
Oh, gosh. Oh.
Run the clock and get a final shot?
Yep. I would say that or, run the clock. That's what I would say.
Your coach by Jordan Broxman. We're going to work 56 seconds off this clock. Nope, Ty Smith will take a shot. Logan Gray, good defense. Back come the Mustangs. Smith, a very physical player, hasn't got the shots to fall, though, tonight. 0-for-4. Final 30 seconds. Mustangs trail by 4. Royce Ekstrom inside. Takes the bump. Left shoulder shot. A little wild. It'll go off the rim. No good. Here comes Frankfort now with the last shot. Head coach Adam Schreiner, former coach here at Valley Heights. First time in this gym since he left the Mustangs 2 years ago. With his team leading by 4, he'll take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with them. Final play of the first half when we come back.
Looking for a spot to refuel you or the whole team? Make the Route 77 Corner Store your ultimate pit stop. From Hunt Brothers Pizza and soft serve ice cream in Blue Rapids to hand-breaded fried chicken and fish in Waterville, fountain drinks, snacks, and sweet treats. Save on fuel with the Dino Pay app every time you hit the road. To take a break or stay on the go, let the Route 77 Corner Stores of Blue Rapids and Waterville fuel you up for your next road trip.
Final 11 seconds here of the first half. 22-18 is our score. This was a 13-7 game. At the end of the first quarter, Frankfort has led all the way. But again, the Wildcats coming off a loss versus Centralia on Tuesday and a big game versus Axel coming up next Tuesday. Might be looking past these Mustangs a little bit. Big momentum stop for Valley Heights would be a big momentum goal for Frankfort. Final 11.5. Anderson out top, left wing, Olsen. We're going to set a back screen for Anderson here near side, and a moving screen will be called on Ty Smith. So head coach Adam Schreiner had a good play set up there, but just inconsistency on the screen set, and now Kenny Steinford wants to take a timeout. This will be a full. We'll take a 60-second with them. We're back after this.
Friendly, personalized service to meet your banking needs. That's a standard at First National Bank Frankfort.
I love my community bank because I received personal service after hours. When I was in a bind at a store, I made a quick phone call and they helped me resolve the problem. They were there for me when I really needed it. At First National Bank, they're not just my banker. They're my neighbor, friend, and an active part of my community.
Let First National Bank's brand of banking be responsive to your needs. First National Bank Frankfort, 93 years of complete banking service, proud to be a community bank, member FDIC.
Everyone's wanting to reduce, reuse, and recycle. How about reducing the amount of money leaving your bank account every month? With income-based living and reduced cable bill cost for everyone, Waterville Housing Authority is your housing partner. Enjoy maintenance-free and comfortable living in 1- or 2-bedroom apartments. Check out their Facebook page or call 785-363-2239. That's 785-363-2239.
Frankfort had an opportunity for a last-second shot. We saw one from the Valley Heights girls in that contest. Now it's going to be the Mustangs with an opportunity. 6.7 on the clock. They'll be inbounded in front of Valley Heights' bench in the back court. Flat set here for the Mustangs. Gets it into Logan Gray with 5. Across the timeline with 4. Need to go quickly. Looking to the right side. Gray downhill through contact off the glass, but it'll be no good on the final shot of the first quarter. We go into our halftime break. Frankfort leading 22-17 22-18. We'll be back after this word from our sponsor.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
As you gear up for another planting season, is your equipment as efficient as it can be? Have Cottage Hill Ag Supply of Waterville improve your planter's seed spacing and singulation with depth control abilities this spring. Call Darren at 785-363-6101 to find out how Precision Planting can make the most of your acreage or schedule planter maintenance or improvements. Success at harvest starts with timely planting in the spring, so contact Cottage Hill Ag Supply at 363-6101 and have your planter ready before it needs to be in the field.
To keep your vehicle running good and looking good, all you need is M&R Auto Parts in Frankfort. Motor oil, air filters, spark plugs, batteries, brakes, and more. M&R also has what you need for the outside of the vehicle. Wheel cleaners, glass cleaners, washes, and waxes. That's M&R Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer in Frankfort.
Ease the burden on your loved ones with pre-planning services offered through Christy Anders Funeral Home in Waterville and Anders Fifley Funeral Home in Riley. This is Jared Anders, and we can help you in assuring that your wishes will be taken care of, easing the decision process for your family. From service arrangements to special requests, let us take time to meet your exact needs. Find us online at apfunerals.com or visit us at Christy Anders Funeral Home in Waterville or at Anders Fifley Funeral Home in Riley.
Always like a little Rihanna for our halftime performances here. Mustang Dance Team keeping us entertained at halftime of the boys contest. Saw Frankfort so far in this one, 22-18. Valley Heights, though, outscores Frankfort in that second quarter, 11-9, leading the way for the Mustangs. It's Royce Ekstrom with 9 points, 7 for Jaden Dewalt, and 2 for Logan Gray. Only 3 Mustangs in the scoring column in that first half. But the Mustangs holding tight with Frankfort. As for the Wildcats, they are led by Wes Anderson with 8 points, 6 apiece for Fred Rosequist and Lane Mawiso, 2 for Carter Olson. As Frankfort went 10 for 23 from the floor in that first half, good enough for 44%. Meanwhile, Valley Heights goes 7 for 15, 47% too as well. Again, joined here with Ann Turber, Valley Heights senior, since you're my color here for this one. Ann, give us the first half rundown from the players' perspective. What went right, what went wrong, and maybe what needs to be fixed.
I think that coming out, starting man on Frankfort, we were really aggressive. So transition-wise, we pushed the ball a lot, set up the game, and I think that set them up quite a bit. We were smart with our possessions. We waited for good shots. We didn't force anything. There were times we forced, but for the most part, we had pretty good quality possessions. I would also say that girls coming off the bench that don't usually play came out strong. They were ready to fill the starter spots, and we all played together. We had a good game.
And I want to bring up that point. A lot of times we see some players come in third, fourth quarter. You don't want to call it garbage time by any means. But players like an Avery Stevenson, a Kinsey Gillick, a Tessa Bigham, a little more playing time, how important are they to you guys as the starting five to bring that energy when you guys need your rest?
Yeah, I think that they all have a different type of way of bringing energy to the team. Tessa Bigham, she is really standing out this season with her boards. She's always in there to grab rebounds, putbacks, and she stands out in that way. Avery Stevenson, really good three-point shooter. She is the spark of our team, I would say. Very, very smart with the ball and has a good shot. And Kinsley Gillick, obviously a big body down there, huge presence in the post that we need and that our team lacks size, so it's nice having her.
Now, I talk about it from the outside going in, obviously, an alumni here too, but the expectations at Valley Heights obviously is a round at state. You guys missed that 2 years ago. Before that, it was 3 straight trips to state. I know that's your goal this season now for the girls' teams, but how do games like on Tuesday night versus Clifton Clyde against a good team, even on, the other night versus Clay Center where you guys lost, how much confidence does that give you and say, hey, we hung right with a 4A team. We can play with anyone right now?
Yeah, I think, actually last week, Coach talked to us in the locker room, and he said, look up in the gym at those boards. There's not a single state championship for our basketball team. And he said, this is good. This is going to be the year that we're going to claim that title. And he said, right now we got to focus in, and we have to get to work. And so on nights like playing Clifton Clyde and Clay Center, coming in those close games, fighting together, it just gives us more of the experience that we're going to see in sub-state, and it just, honestly, it gives us more drive and motivation that we want to claim that title on the board in our gym.
Well, I'll make you take off your player hat coming up in the second half. We get talking with Ann Gerber of the Valley Heights Girls Mustangs. That's Valley Heights gets a big win in our first contest, 54-29 over Frankfort. At halftime of our boys contest, it's the Wildcats leading 22-18. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at scores elsewhere around the state as well as get you ready for second half action of this Valentine's Day matchup. Again, you're listening to our final regular season Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number one rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. Second half action of our boys contest coming up next on KNDY.
F&A Construction will build it right. Call today for a quick quote if you're building, remodeling, or adding on. Enjoy your home more and increase its value with F&A Construction. They'll tackle your every project to make sure it's done right. For complete construction services, call on F&A Construction today at 292-4692. That's 292-4692.
If any of your family members meow, bark, squeak, chew, dig, squawk, claw, play dead, or fetch, you need Dr. Porter and the Blue River Veterinary Clinic in Waterville. Dr. Porter is dedicated to the wellness and health care of your small animal pets, offering vaccinations and wellness checks, boarding, dentistry, emergency care, grooming, surgery, and radiology with her full-service clinic. A healthy pet is a happy pet, and a happy pet means a happy home. Call today for your appointment, 363-2222.
Every week, stay informed and connected with the Frankfort community top stories by getting the Frankfort Area News, a small-town newspaper dedicated to their subscribers, advertisers, and community. Established in 1991, the Frankfort Area News is the official paper of the City of Frankfort, City of Vermilion, and USD 380. They love hearing from their readers. If you have a story, wedding, birth, or something you think local readers would enjoy, or to subscribe, get in touch with the Frankfort Area News, 785-292-4726.
Every great team has shared qualities that separated them from all else. Whether you're talking about the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Dream Team, the Fab Five, or the Magnificent Seven, you can count on one thing. The vision was clear and the commitment was obvious. High standards were set and improvement was never ending. At Sapp Brothers, our goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And we'll reach our goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Join our team, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
When shopping a hometown grocer, you want selection and service, like G&R Market in Frankfort offers. Stocked with the freshest produce and always fresh meat counter, along with weekly specials, they'll make your wallet happy. Shop the G&R Market app or grab a cart and look around to find something new for dinner. Open 7 days a week for your convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 7, Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 9 to 5. Great deals, friendly faces every time at G&R Market in Frankfort.
Of course, a big thank you to our sponsors making these broadcasts possible all season long. I want to pass along a few score updates from you, courtesy of the TVL Sports Spotlight and Jeff Wirtz. Of course, Valley Heights girls pick up a 54-29 win over Frankfort. Axel topples Blue Valley 43-30. Hanover girls defeat Donovan West 57-49. No surprise, the Centralia train keeps on moving. Lady Panthers pick up a win over Lynn 68-38. And a big congratulations to the Washington County girls. Girls pick up a win over Onega 55-46. But one of the best multi-sport athletes in the Twin Valley League, Jessie Hoover, goes over 1,000-point scores in her career. Congratulations, Jessie, on that one. Boys scores at halftime. Axel leads Blue Valley 61-24. First quarter action, Hanover leads Donovan West 15-18. Here in our contest, Frankfort leads 22-18 in what is a lot tighter game than the first time these two teams met. Again, last time Frankfort and Valley Heights squared off, it was a 39-point win for Frankfort. Here at half, it's only a 4-point lead. Starters, same both ways. Ekstrom inside, kicks it out to Dewalt. Dewalt works his way inside. Jaden, a little flipper, is up and down. And good for Jaden Dewalt. 9 points now for the seniors. Again, it's a 2-point game. Dewalt, Ekstrom, Risen, Logan Gray, and Unruh out there for the Mustangs. Frankfort, very similar starting five. Olson, Smith, Loizo, Anderson, and Rosequist out there for Frankfort. Gym is done here for Valley Heights, so it kind of gets quiet here in the gymnasium. 3-ball fired up by Anderson is good. Wes Anderson drops down a triple. He's first to double digits in leading scorer for the Wildcats on the season at right at 12 a game. Right now has 11. On the other end, though, it's taken away by Anderson, and foul is committed 70 feet away from the bucket by Jaden Dewalt. Again, joined with Ann Turber here, senior at Valley Heights, also on the basketball team. I had one more question I wanted to ask you, Ann, before I make you take off that player hat and then hopefully move up to the commentary side for me the rest of the way. But as you guys get ready for Sub-State, what is the conversation between you guys and Coach Brockschman in terms of what expectations are?
Just walking in every practice. There's limited practices. At this point, we have as many practices as we have games. So just staying focused and keeping it clean at practice and practicing how we're going to play.
Again, Valley Heights girls looking to make some noise in their 2A Sub-State. Head coach Kenny Steinford takes a timeout coming out here at half. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 28-20 is now our score. Frankfort in the lead.
Titan Trailer Manufacturing of Waterville offers a full line of horse and livestock trailers, flatbed trailers, utility trailers, dump trailers, stock trailers, cargo trailers, and custom trailers. Are you sensing a theme here? Trailers. If you need it, they have it. Not only do they have it, Titan Trailers are a higher standard of quality manufactured in Waterville. You're pulling the best with a Titan Trailer. Log on to TitanTrailer.com and find a dealer near you and see for yourself.
Thank you for calling Big Tech. Your wait time is approximately 25 minutes.
This Valentine's Day, break up with the big guys and fall in love with faster, more reliable internet connection with Blue Valley Technologies. It's okay for things to move fast with symmetrical speeds and no data caps. We'll always be here for you with our 24/7 technical support. If you're looking for a lasting internet connection, call 877-876-1228.
A big thank you to Blue Valley Technologies allowing us to jump on their broadcast earlier this year, too, as well. If you want to check out those games from the TVL tournament, a couple weeks ago, the Axtell Hanover game or the Frankfort Onega contest, I believe, check out the Blue Valley YouTube channel for full audio and visual of that one. Still here by Ty Smith at the other end, blocked by Garrett Risen right at the rim off of the Valley Heights turnover.
Great defense for Garrett.
Oh, excellent defense. Looking for a three on the other end. He'll stop and slow it down. I know we talked about it a little bit in the opening, but for this Valley Heights Mustangs team, they dealt with some injuries and some sickness early on in the year as here's a turnover again by Valley Heights. Not how much is that hurting them now at this point, but you know as a competitor when you don't get to play with someone all season, where's that put them at this point in the year?
Yeah, I would say, team dynamic-wise, it affects them. And Max Shanks, one of the starters, the point guard for the Mustangs, it messes up the team chemistry, I would say. But you can see a lot of young faces stepping into his role, and they're fulfilling it. So it's looking bright for the Mustangs.
3-ball here by Wes Anderson is down. Talk about a bright future next year for Wes Anderson. That's his third triple in this quarter already. Turnover, Valley Heights, as back come the Wildcats. And just to piggyback, close out that conversation, sounds like what head coach Kenny Steinford was talking about on our coaches' conversation. Check that out on KNDYradio.com. But for Valley Heights, it is going to be a little while before they might be at the top of the mountain. But, we mentioned it, too. This is such a strong Twin Valley league. especially in the boys standing. Axel only 1 loss, Clifton Clyde 5 losses, Hanover 6, Frankfort Centralia, teams just like that. That this Mustangs, with hopefully some experience this year from some younger kids such as Aiden Unruh and Wyatt Dummermuth out there right now, could bring back some experience for next season. Mustangs looking for a shot here against this 2-3 defense of Frankfort. They get it into Royce Ekstrom. Kick out 3. Logan Gray drops it down. Logan's first triple of this game. And Valley Heights just keeps hanging around. At the other end, 3-ball Ty Smith will be a miss. Board pulled down by the Mustangs.
Both teams shooting really well from the outside tonight.
An exceptional shooting score each way. Last time these two teams met, Frankfort was unconscious. Here in this one, Valley Heights trying to do the same. Dummermuth a 3. Halfway down and out. But rebound pulled down Dummermuth. And a big offensive board there by Wyatt Dummermuth. Personal foul will go on Lane Loizo, picking up his second.
Great effort by Dummermuth.
And how important is that for anyone that might be out there, younger players, the what am I looking for here? Attacking offensively, offensive board, that's a big aspect of the game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. An aspect that some people can overlook, but it's a great way to score.
I know I've talked to many coaches. They say effort offensive rebounding will get you playing time. Inside, Wyatt, or Jaden Dewalt misses a bunny. Back come the Wildcats, left wing Ty Smith. 31-23 is our score, third quarter action. Wildcats have led this entire game, but Valley Heights had it at 4 at half. They had actually a chance to take the lead at the end of that second quarter. Frankfort does too much here. Inside, bad pass, Rosequist to Loizo, turnover Wildcats. Here comes Valley Heights. Low-scoring contest, too, as well, 31-23. Both these teams like to get up and down. Valley Heights over 43 points per game. Frankfort over 54. Ekstrom free throw line. Inside, kick out. Dummermuth 12 foot away. Shot no good. Ball by Ekstrom. And a jump ball will be called again. Effort by Royce Ekstrom.
Yeah, that's one thing Ekstrom Royce is great at this year is just getting those balls and getting those putbacks.
A lengthy athletic player is Royce Ekstrom, 6'3" senior, and has the ability just to score from about anywhere on the court. Dealt with a little trouble early on in the year, but has settled down under head coach Kenny Stein for 3. Ball is down for Carter Olson. Let's see if they start going here in the third. That's the 4th triple for the Wildcats in this quarter. Dewalt looking to get all the way to the rim, kicks it out Ekstrom left corner. Royce still with the dribble. Unruh has trouble with it right corner, but it's handled. Cross-court skip pass. Mustangs will reset. Gray drives baseline. Good spin and 1 for Logan Gray.
Huge play for the Mustangs. A great move by Gray.
Took Wes Anderson right to the right baseline, spun back to the middle on him, picked up a third foul on Anderson. Now an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity will be missed, though, by Gray. Back come the Wildcats, leading this one 34-25. Good pass to pass, or post to post, but it leads to a turnover. Unruh off and running. Yep, a foul will be called. No shot will go on Carter Olson.
Great attack by Unruh. He went in very strong and gets the foul called on him. So, great attack.
As a player, and you mentioned it earlier, you got the better half of Frankfort in the girls the first matchup. Here in the boys matchup, obviously it was Frankfort the first time as well, but now if you're Valley Heights, you're only down by 9 in this final quarter and a half. Where's your confidence level at?
Yeah, confidence is high right now, and that's what they need, so we'll see.
There's a confident 3 by Logan Gray. It's off the rim, no good. Anderson tracks down the board. Anderson across the timeline. Coach Kitty Steinford yelling, stop ball. He has to stop Wes Anderson right at half court, and he knows it. Here's Olson attacking left block. Stops, kicks out. Loizo a 3. Halfway down and out, no good. Royce, defensive board. We've kind of talked all about Valley Heights. Of course, we're at the home of the Mustangs, and you're a student here. But I think this Frankfort boys team maybe not seen it tonight, but I've said all season long they have an opportunity to make some noise at Sub-State. And And I think here now off the turnover, you might be seeing it in the second half.
Yeah, definitely.
There's Frankfort in the same Sub-State.
Anderson, good for a 3. Once again.
Anderson unconscious here, 4 for 4 from behind the arc. Now with 20 points in this contest. Anderson, 20 of Frankfurt's 37 points. Well, extra 3 balls is down.
Very confident shot by Ekstrom at the top of the key.
Pick up the phone. There's your answer. It's 37-28. Final 33 seconds of this quarter. Frankfort against this 2-3 defense. Olsen sneaks his way inside. Yep, a lot of contact and foul shots now coming for Carter Olsen. Was talking about the Frankfort in their Sub-State. We mentioned it in the beginning. Looking at that Centralia Sub-State, Lincoln leads the way at 13-3, but then Burlingame, Bishop Seabury, both 12-4, and then Clifton Clyde, Frankfort, Troy, Rural Vista, Centralia, and Blue Valley are all over 500. There's only 4 teams with a losing record in that Sub-State. It's going to be a heck of a Sub-State over there at Centralia. 2 missed free throws, though, by Carter Olsen on that foul attempt. That was Frankfort's first free throws in this game here at the 17-second mark in the third quarter. Mustangs can't do anything with it, though, as they turn it over on their other end. Final 17 and a half seconds here of this third quarter. Ty Smith will check out Carter Olsen. You saw Frankfort with the last-second opportunity at halftime. They couldn't get a shot to fall. Let's see what they have now here. It's going to be
Anderson going out to the three-point line.
Looking for a 3 top side against Dewald. Anderson will walk back. Dewald gets the screen from the Wiseau. Anderson, a 3, step in. Oh, very far to the rim, but it goes out for Wes Anderson. Not a bad quarter, though, as Wes goes 4 for 5 from 3. Frankfort now leads 37-28. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
As a producer, you wear a lot of hats, from livestock expert to machinery and crop expert. For ag lending expertise, you can count on us. We'll help with the loans you need for livestock, seed, and equipment. So when it comes to ag, talk to us. Like you, our field is agriculture. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Flint Hills Mechanical is a call away for your plumbing work, heating, and air conditioning. Backed up or won't drain? Call Flint Hills Mechanical. New and existing plumbing work, plus heating and air conditioning, as well as custom sheet metal service. Call on Flint Hills Mechanical. Find them on Facebook or give them a shout at 785-313-0103. Flint Hills Mechanical, Frankfort.
Yeah, that big girl for Wamego.
Me and Ann Turner here just chatting a few scores up, and I'm not very good at giving her the hey, we're on airport. But, yeah, just a few score updates to pass along for you. Wamego girls pick up a big win over Clay Center, 41-25. And, Ann, I got to ask you about that game because you guys just played Clay Center.
Yeah.
I listened to that game. You were close all 3 quarters.
Yep.
What needed to happen, though, to pick up that win?
You know, honestly, we got dominated by their post player. She had 35 points that game. Huge game for her, and she had a lot of N1. She just played very physical, and we couldn't stop her.
But as you get ready for Sub-State, though, in a postseason, how nice was it to maybe see a team that maybe physically as a player were better than you guys?
Yeah, we appreciated the experience because we know we're going to see that, and it made us tougher for Sub-State. We have the experience now.
Hayden Unruh misses a 3 off as the board comes back to the Mustangs. And I didn't get a chance to talk to anyone either, and I know we're almost at the end of basketball season, but congratulations on a good volleyball run. You girls, second-place finish. What did that feel like to play in a championship game at State?
There was nothing like it. The atmosphere, the team, the way we played together, it was amazing. Something that I will never, ever forget.
Well, I know I had an excellent time out there at Dodge City calling the games for you guys and wishing you luck coming up in Sub-State. Maybe get a chance to go back to Manhattan and have a little fun, don't you?
Thank you, Matt.
3 balls missed by Jaden Dewald. A second offensive board, though, by the Mustangs, as Valley Heights has an opportunity to cut this lead back down to single digits. 3-ball Logan Gray is down. A big triple for Logan Gray, his second of the game. It's huge basket. To a 6-point game and a huge basket. 3-ball other in Wes Anderson. No, not that one. It's going to bounce out of bounds. Actually, it'll be taken by the Mustangs. Big momentum shift here for Valley Heights. The Mustangs again trailed at half, 22-18. They had it to within 2 in that second quarter. Frankfort outscores Valley Heights by 5 in the third, but here's Valley Heights with an opportunity in the fourth. Shot up, no. Offensive board, Royce Ekstrom, and down for 2. 14 points now by Royce Ekstrom, but that play made by Hayden Runru on the first offensive board. Back the other way, Lane Loiseau blocks the contact now coming, and free throws for Lane. Again, we mentioned it there with Hayden Runru's offensive rebound. Valley Heights now here in the second half doing a lot better job of getting to that offensive board. Personal foul will go on Royce Ekstrom. That's his second. Lane Loiseau at the line for his first free throws of the night. Drops down the first one. It took until the 17-minute mark for Frankfort to find themselves at the free throw line in this contest. That's the 17-second mark of the third quarter. Now shooting their third and fourth free throws here in this contest. Loiseau a second one. That one's down. Goes 2 for 2, does Lane, now with 8 points in the game. Full court pressure here from Frankfort. Ekstrom breaks it easily, gets across the half-court line. Out there for Valley Heights. Ekstrom into the lane. A lot of contact. No foul. Here come the Wildcats. Wes Anderson pushing pace. Coast to coast, up and down for 2. Wes Anderson now with 22 in the game. And head coach Adam Schreiner wants to take a full timeout. It's a 60-second. We'll take 60 seconds here as well as you're listening to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on KNDY-FM 95.5.
What is shining like that?
Oh, it's just my teeth.
Whoa, how'd you get them so white?
It's easy. I go to Gray Family Dental. They've been serving Northeast Kansas for over 19 years and have locations in Marysville, Blue Rapids, and Frankfort. With all that experience, they really know what they're doing.
Really? They sound amazing.
They sure are. Remember, if you want the whitest teeth in the business from a local employer who supports your schools and community, go to Gray Family Dental. Schedule your appointment by calling 562-5323 today.
When caring for someone you care for, let Frankfort Community Care Home offer you peace of mind. Rooted in community and activity, your loved ones will live in a home where life is worth living. A care-first approach that's unique to each resident's likes and dislikes, needs and preferences is what sets Frankfort Community Care Home apart. With staff that will go the extra mile to enhance residents' total well-being in a loving environment, Frankfort Community Care Home continues to be a home with a heart.
Max Blasky back here with you from Valley Heights. Logan Gray goes coast to coast, but misses the bunny. Back the other way come the Wildcats. Porter Colvin all the way to the rim. No good on that one. Board pulled down by Valley Heights. Back and forth we go here in this one. A reminder that after this contest, twice each hour on game nights, you can listen to the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Patrick Moody of Washington and Bryce Leonard, your local state or Farm Bureau agents. Foul will be called on Porter Colvin of Frankfort. Ball will stay with Valley Heights. 41-33 our score. Royce Ekstrom inside, shot off, no good. That will be an over the back on Wyatt Dummermuth. Foul to the Mustangs.
These are huge free throw. Oh, they're not shooting. Never mind.
Not quite, but they could be. They talked about it, though. Free throw discrepancy in this contest. Valley Heights has shot 9. Frankfort shot 4. As the Valley Heights student section getting loud here in the home of the Mustangs. Frankfort trying to set up the play right in front of that crowd. Top side, Lane Loiseau. Swings it left wing, Wes Anderson. Sidestep 3 down for Wes Anderson. Have yourself a night, Wes. His 5th triple in this second half. 7th on the game. Full court pressure by Frankfort. Lead pass to Royce. Royce inside, kicks it out. Logan. Dewalt thinks about a deep right wing 3. Will think better and set it up. Dummermuth inside. Logan Gray works, spin, shot. No offensive board. By Royce.
Great play by Ekstrom. Came out of nowhere.
Royce comes downhill on that one. Gets the offensive board. Now 16 for Royce. Ooh, he checked from Anderson. Thought about his step back. About 3 foot behind. We're going to run this, though, for Frankfort, leading 44-35. Down screen away here for the Wildcats. Carter Olson inside. Step through, swing. Ty Smith, right elbow. Drives baseline, up and 2 for Ty Smith. His first points of the game on this strong take from this senior. It's back to a 9-point advantage. Let me do my math here real quick. I think it's 11. Yep, it's 11. Left side wide, Dummermuth sings it inside. Unruh off the glass. No, altered by Fred Rosequist. Being chased down, taken by Dummermuth. Dummermuth baseline now throws it away. Turnover, Valley Heights. Foul will be called at half court now. Who's that going to go on?
Dummermuth.
Wow. Dummermuth picks up his third personal foul. Garrett Reisen, he'll check back into the contest. 5 out there now for Valley Heights. It'll be Unruh, Garrett Reisen, Jaden Dewalt, Logan Gray, and Royce Ekstrom. Ty Smith, Fred Rosequist, Layden Wiseau, Wes Anderson, and Carter Olson out there for the Wildcats. Same 6 all night for Frankfort. They're looking to pick up a second win over Valley Heights, second win this season, and their third dating back to last year. This has been a series the last 2 games that Frankfort has controlled defensively, only allowing 30 points per game to Valley Heights. Here the Mustangs set at 35. Foul will go on Unruh. That's his second. Team's fourth. One more will send Wildcats to the line. Wes Anderson all the way to the rim. Can't get that one to drop down on the pretty take. 25 for Anderson, was looking for 27. Ekstrom's going to need to start firing here with 3:20 left to play in this fourth quarter. 11-point advantage for Frankfort. Royce thinks about a right wing 3. Now top side in this 5-out offense for the purple and white. Now a foul will be called down low. Royce Ekstrom goes clapping. That will go on Ty Smith, his third. And we're seeing here offensively for Valley Heights, the 5-out, 1 in. Goals to get 3-point shots with that?
Yeah, it's also to create a lot of overloads on each side so people can drive into open lanes.
So far it's worked for the Mustangs. Looking for it to work a little bit better here, though, in this fourth quarter. Ball will be poked away. It'll stay with Valley Heights, though. Jaden Dewalt will inbound on his side. Garrett Reisen top side. Pulls this one in. Will set it up for the Mustangs. Right side, Unruh. Screen from Royce. Back to Dewalt, top the key. Now left corner, Unruh. Trying to work it inside to Royce. No bad pass. It'll be taken away by Carter Olson. Saw that from the get-go. Here comes Frankfort. Leading by 11. Bullet pass inside Fred Rosequist. Picks it out. Ty Smith, right corner. Faked on a 3. Now the Wildcats will work it. Boys get loud in here. Anne's holding her headphones over her ears in the ear. Anderson working top side with 2:30 left on the game. Carter Olson looking to get downhill. He will. Now kicks it out. Anderson gets into the middle of the paint. Hand check. Foul will go on Jaden Dewalt. And this will be the 15th foul, so free throws the rest of the way. And who else to go to the line but Wes Anderson? Wes, one of the best guards here in the TVL. Can't get the first free throw to go down. He's had a heck of a game, though. 25 points to the tune of 6 made threes. We're going to have a timeout taken by Valley Heights. Final 2:22. We'll take a 30-second break with them. When we come back, final 2 minutes as Frankfort leads 46-35.
Want to unleash yield potential? I present to you Pioneer brand corn with the best agronomics in the industry, including better standability along with more tolerance to tar spot from varieties like 0859, 13050, and 13777. Unleash bin-busting yield potential in 2025. Call me, Thad Argenbright, at 785-313-3064 today and find out why with Pioneer from Performance Ag, you always get more than a bag of seed.
Trailers for You would like to remind you to give them a call to book your Hogemeyer and Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed. The yield advantages are in the data for corn and soybeans. This is Jane Studer with Trailers for You, located at the corner of Highway 9 and 99 in Frankfort. If you're wanting to upgrade to a Merit stock trailer or travel-along dump or flatbed trailer, give us a call at 785-292-4166. They're also booking your net wrap for next year. Call Trailers for You at 785-292-4166. Go Cats!
Wes Anderson hits the back half of the free throws, pushes this lead back up to 11 for Frankfort. Final 2:10 left to play. Ekstrom spins to the lane, puts it down, 4-2. Royce Ekstrom now 3 for 3 from the floor in this quarter. Good enough for 18 points in the game. Full court pressure here for Valley Heights. Frankfort at the line, though, will earn 2 more free throw shots. Diane, I'll put you in the driver's seat here. If you're Frankfort leading by 11 in the final 2 minutes, you keep attacking this full court pressure by Valley Heights, don't you?
Yes. Attacking and taking care of the ball.
Those will be the 2 keys for head coach Adam Schreiner and his squad. Carter Olson knocks down the first. Second one upcoming for Olson. Short arms that one, but offensive board, Fred Rosequist.
Huge board for Frankfort.
You talked about a little bit earlier, boxing out. Valley Heights did not box out there. Now we'll give it to Wes Anderson up top. Let him dance. Carter Olson inside. It's taken away by DeWalt. Here come the Mustangs. Still with an opportunity, trailing by 10. A lot of contact, no foul. Board pulled down Fred Rosequist.
About a minute 30 left.
Let's see if we get any fouls here late in this contest. Anderson dancing. Now he's pull it back out. With 1:20 on the shot clock. Left side, Lane Loiza left wide open. Valley Heights scrambling now, looking for fouls, and it'll be Wes Anderson to the strike for 2 free throws. Frankfort went the entire first half without any free throw attempts. This will now be their 7th and 8th attempt here in this fourth quarter alone, looking to close out this game and end a slight 1-game losing streak. Anderson at the line misses the first. Porter Colvin will check in for Carter Olson. Again, Mustangs only trailed by 4 at half. They have it to within 2, but couldn't come back. Second one is down for Anderson. Now a big night for West with 26. Here's the tip pass taken by Loizo, and that might be all she wrote here in this one. Final 62 seconds tick away. Anderson across the timeline, hounded by DeWalt. Trying to get that 5-second call. Good athletic matchup there between DeWalt and Anderson. Coach Kenny Sniper wants the foul, and Jane will finally give it. That'll be his 4th. Final 50 seconds left in this one. 48-37 in your score. Favor in for the Wildcats. Valley Heights will have a game at Blue Valley on Tuesday before a final home contest versus Omega. Next Friday, Anderson knocks down the first free throw. As for Frankfort, they will be at Axel on Tuesday, home versus Lynn on Friday. Anderson's free throw is up and down. He goes 2 for 2 from the strike. A big night for Wes Anderson. We'll recap that one coming up just at the conclusion of our broadcast. 3-ball, Jane DeWalt. Air ball, saved by Dummermuth. No, out of bounds. And we'll go over to Frankfort. There's a heck of a run by the Valley Heights Mustangs here in this one. Again, this was coming off a 39-point beatdown at the hands of Frankfort the first time these two teams played. Right now, it's a 13-point advantage for the Wildcats as Valley Heights showed a lot of fight here in this one, but Frankfort just too much as a team to come away with the victory. A late foul will be pegged on Aiden Unruh. That's now his 3rd personal. Been joined here with Ann Turber, who's been quiet the last couple of go-arounds. Not always fun to watch the boys, Ann, but I think I might have asked you this from your girls' perspective. You guys, again, 2 more games for Sub-State. What's your goals here as you wind down the season?
I think just playing with full confidence and full sharpness in every game, because these next two games obviously matter for our regional rankings, and they're going to prepare us. So, yeah, staying sharp.
Staying sharp, staying sharp. Valley Heights Lady Mustangs, a fun team to watch. They get a host if they're able to make a run at a title. 3-ball is missed by Ekstrom. That'll be all she wrote for the Valley Heights Mustangs, and Frankfort will just walk this one out. Your final score is going to be 51-37. Frankfort gets a third straight win over the Valley Heights Mustangs as the boys win. Again, final score 51-37. We'll take our final timeout, come back, recap this broadcast, and get you ready for sub-state action starting in a couple weeks. Again, boys, final score, Frankfort 51, Valley Heights 37.
Twin Valley thrift shops are always updating with new arrivals. Check out the warehouse in Waterville and Twice But Nice in Beatty for a great selection of clothes, toys, games, home decor, everyday pieces, and at the warehouse they stock furniture and more as well. Your purchase and, of course, your contributions benefit local residents served by Twin Valley Developmental Services. Both locations always accept donations of good, clean, quality used items you're no longer using. Visit the Twin Valley thrift shops in Waterville and Beatty.
Sharp Manufacturing in Blue Rapids. Building quality, locally produced custom trailers, wishing all Mustang athletes the best of luck this year. From start to finish, the best is what you'll get from Sharp Manufacturing. Check out their full line of high-quality enclosed cargo trailers and custom car haulers at sharpmanufacturing.com. The best and last trailer you'll need, Sharp Manufacturing in Blue Rapids.
KNDY is proud to be your local sports leader. For over 40 years, KNDY has been bringing you the scores, interviews, and live play-by-play action of your favorite teams all season long, year after year. Not just playoff time. Times and technology change, but our dedication to area sports remain the same. KNDY Sports, on air, online, and on our mobile app.
Max Blasky back with you here from Valley Heights High School, closing down our final Marysville Dental Care game of the week. For the regular season anyway, don't go anywhere. Postseason action will start up in 2 Saturdays. Boys final here, it was Frankfort 51, Valley Heights 37. Just not enough offense for Valley Heights in this one. 3 players were in the scoring column, led by Royce Ekstrom with 18 points, 10 for Logan Gray, and 9 for Jaden Dewall. But again, just not enough firepower. Head coach Kenny Steinford and his Mustangs this season as they drop to 3-15 now on the year. As for Frankfort, a good momentum-building win going into a matchup next week with one of the top teams in Class 1A Division II, the Axtell Eagles. Frankfort was led by Wes Anderson with 29 points. He had 12 in the third quarter, all from behind the arc. 8 points for Lane Loizo, 6 apiece for Carter Olson and Fred Rosequist, 2 for Ty Smith, and 1 for Porter Colvin as all 6 that touched the floor for Frankfort score. Frankfort boys, under second-year head coach Adam Schreiner, move on to 14-5 on the season, 10-3 in league play. If you're just joining us, it was the Valley Heights girls that ran away with the contest against the Wildcats. Final score 54-29 in that one. Valley Heights was paced by Josie Parker with 13 points, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Mustangs scored in that game on a balanced attack for Jordan Brocksterman's squad. Closing out our final Marysville Dental Care game of the week, a big thank you to our sponsors, Parker Seed, Winkland Oil, Route 77 Corner Stores, the First National Bank of Frankfort, Waterville Housing Authority, Landau Company, Cottage Hill Ag Supply, M&R Auto Parts, the Christy Enders Funeral Home, F&A Construction, Blue River Veterinary Clinic, Dr. Porter, the Frankfort Area News, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, J&R Market in Frankfort, Titan Manufacturing, Blue Valley Technologies, the Citizen State Bank branches, Gray Family Dental, Flint Hills Mechanical and HVAC, Performance Ag, Twin Valley Developmental Services, Trailers for You, and Sharp Manufacturing, as well as Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. Again, this is our final regular season broadcast. Plenty of action coming up, though. Stay tuned to the TVL Sports Spotlight with Jeff Wirtz. Also, the TVL Rundown aired every Thursday during the 7 noon and 5 o'clock hour on KNDY to keep up with everything. It's Twin Valley League action. Again, final broadcast for the regular season. We'll be back on the 24th with sub-state action. And I'm sure we'll have some baseball come the springtime. For one final time here on KNDY, for Bruce Dierking back in the studio, and Turber on the broadcast with me here tonight. This has been Max Velasky. Everyone, please drive home safe. Stay tuned to the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show coming up after this one. And, honey, leave the porch light on. We're heading home here in a little bit. Everyone, enjoy your Valentine's Day. It's the day of love. Glad you were able to spend it here with us. Again, from the home of the Mustangs, Valley Heights boys win, Frankfort boys win, Valley Heights girls win. We'll see you later. Everyone have a good night. Drive home safe. And we'll see you when sub-state action picks back up.
KNDY.